What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is Fan Friday, and today's winner was Houndoom EX Bunnelby. Now, when I first heard about this, I was like, Houndoom EX, how does that partner with Bunnelby? And let's look at Houndoom EX. It has 170 HP, and it has the attack Melting Horn. Discard the top two cards of your deck, of your opponent's deck, not your deck, of your opponent's deck, which is just like Bunnelby with the Burrow. If you don't know, Bunnelby has the attack Burrow, discard the top card of your opponent's deck, and then it has the Barrage trait, which you can use the attack. You can attack twice, so you can use the Rototiller as well. Shuffle card from your discard pile into your deck. But the difference between Bunnelby and Houndoom is pretty noticeable. Houndoom has 110 more HP. It's an EX, so if it is knocked out, your opponent takes 2 prize cards. So the whole concept of the deck, in my eyes, is early game you would attack with Houndoom. You want to try to make it where your opponent can't take knockouts on Houndoom. Because with Bunnelby, it only has 60 HP. It can easily be knocked out over and over again. But once your opponent is taking one-shots on Houndooms, that's when you want to move into the Bunnelby phase and use the Burrow to discard the top card of your opponent's deck. Now, you can do it the other way and use Bunnelby, and then once they start one-shot of Bunnelbys, you send in the Houndoom, but the Bunnelby has 60 HP. That's fairly easily to knock out in the game nowadays. So we're going to, hopefully our lead attacker is going to be Houndoom, and then we use Bunnelby to take the last couple. Yep, that's what we're going to do. And we play the 2 Shamans to help set up. You can Ultra Ball for the Shamans to help get more Crushing Hammers, maybe Enhanced Hammers, Trick Shovels, whatever you need, you can get it here. Now that's all the Pokemon we play. It's just 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 Pokemon, which is fairly low nowadays. So we have a lot of space for trainers, supporters, stadiums, and energies, and let's try to go over all these disruptive cards. 4 Crushing Hammers, flip a coin of heads, discard energy attached to one of your opponent's Pokemon, so that way they have to play another supporter card you draw through their deck, and look for those crucial energies. 2 Enhanced Hammer, discard a special energy anywhere. 1 Super Rod to get back 3 in a combination of Pokemon and basic energy cards. You could cut this out and play maybe another Enhanced Hammer if you want to. It's only one of, just in case you have to discard those fire energies early. 4 Super Scoop Ups, and I love this card in the deck if you can pull it off. Super Scoop Up, flip a coin of heads, put 1 Pokemon, all cards attached to it, into your hand. Now what you can do is Super Scoop Up Houndoom if they do heavy damage onto a Houndoom, but do not knock it out. You can just Super Scoop Up, pick it back up, and basically they have to, tag it twice once again, because most guys nowadays aren't one-shotting Houndoom. 170 HP is kind of hard, unless it's been a couple turns and they have a lot of energies on Houndoom, but hopefully with the Crushing Hammers and the Team Flare Guns and the Xerosics and the Enhanced Hammers, they can't keep their energies on their Pokemon. 4 Trick Shuffle, just to help us deck them out quicker. Look at the top card of either player's deck and discard that card or return it to the top of the deck. 3 Ultra Balls, so we can search out mainly the Shamans, but you could get another Houndoom and or Bunnelby. 4 VS Seeker to reuse supporters. Now, we do play 1 Hex Maniac, and this is mainly against Aromatisse. If your opponent's playing Aromatisse, they're playing a Fairy deck, and they can use Geomancy to get out 2 energies, and then they can use Aromatisse to move the energies up to the active Pokemon, and that's where Hex Maniac comes into. You can use it so they can't use the Aromatisse. It's still going to be a hard matchup for sure, and also you can use Hex Maniac if you use Hex Maniac, making it where your opponent can't play Shaman if you want to, or Hoopa, but you usually want them to play that so they're drawn through the deck quicker. The main thing you want to shut down is any energy acceleration stuff like the Aromatisse. 2 Life Center, bring a Pokemon off the bench, just so that way you can bring somebody up and they have to have a switch and or energies to attack with it. 3 Birch, 4 Sycamore, 2 Team Flare Gun, discarding energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. 2 Xerosic, choose a tool or special energy card attached to a Pokemon in play, and discard it. And the main thing that's going to be used for is special energies and or discard links off Pokemon. Like, let's say you're playing against a Mega deck, you get Xerosic that link off and then attach a Headringer to it, so that way they have to have another color's energy to attack. And also we play 3 Team Aqua Secret Base. Their tree cost of each Pokemon in play, except for Team Aqua Pokemon, is 1 more. And, like I said earlier, you can Life Center somebody up and kind of stall them out that way. And with the Team Aqua Base, it kind of helps us out just even more, because they have to have 2 energies now, so they have to have an added-on energy to retreat it. Like, if they have a 2 trick cost, now they have a 3. so they can't commit just a DC to a trade. They need an energy and the DC, and that's why Team Aquas Secret Brace is great in the deck. We play 3 Hard Charms in the deck currently. I'm not sure how great of a card this is, just reduce them by 20. It's mostly to help against Night March. They need a bunch of Night March in the discard pile. I'm pretty sure it's 10 with a hard... No. 789. Yeah, because 10 is 200, and then... So that's enough right there. I think I messed up in the video, and I said that 10 is not enough. 10, 9, 8. Yeah, that's... Yeah, if they have 10 in the discard pile... Minus the Hard Charm, 180. That's a knockout. I don't know what I was thinking earlier. So they need 10 Night Marches in the discard pile. It's just to help overall, and that way your Houndooms can tank a little bit more. I'm pretty sure I messed up the video and said that it's not enough, and hopefully people watch that and they'll probably still say that I did the math wrong, and I'm sorry about that. 3 Headringer, you know, making it where EX Pokemon need warmer energy to attack, just to slow them down more and just disrupt them even more. And 6 Fire Energy. It's been a little while since I played a straight fire deck. I mean, we've played Flareon, but even then, I don't consider that straight fire because it had Vespiquen. But what do you think about this deck? Do you think it's competitive? It's definitely different. Like, Bunnelby was a great card overall with, like, Ninjask. But this time around, we're just using Houndoom. We don't have Ninjask in this deck because the Houndoom is not going to get knocked out as much as the Bunnelby is. And in Expanded, if you want to play this in Expanded, you could play, like, Garbodor to shut down abilities. You could play the Nincada and the Ninjask if you want to instead of the Garbodor. Maybe a Life Dew. Obviously you need some kind of A-Spec, so Life Dew or Computer Search or Douse the Machine, whatever you want. That could be cards as well. But what do you think? Am I missing anything from the deck? I think I got everything disruptive in this current format, but maybe an AZ, a Hue, if your opponent was to hold on to their cards, so that way they can Shauna. Besides that, I think pretty much just everything is in the deck. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and let's see the deck in action. Alrighty, playing against Kitty, Zero, playing a Grass, Psychic, Lightning, something. We're calling the coin flip heads like always, and we won the coin flip, which I don't know how great that is. We're still gonna go first. You know, we're gonna try to get more Pokemon down, try to get a lot of cards in our hand, and we get a mulligan. And okay, so put our hand into our deck. Try again. Looks like they didn't get a mulligan. We got a Houndoom. We get a Bunnelby. I'm gonna keep the Bunnelby on the bench. The hand right now, just because I don't know what my opponent is playing. I think it's a Vespiquen deck, if I had to take a guess. So we both get 6 prize cards, and let's start the party. I know, Bunnelby, I see you waving at me. And so it does look like it's a Night March deck. We'll put down the Bunnelby. We'll Ultra Ball, discard the Ultra Ball and a Fire Energy. We will get down another Houndoom. Put the Houndoom down. Fire Energy on the active, and we'll just Birch for the turn. Just try to get, you know, the Enhanced Hammers, Crushing Hammers, whatever we need for the turn. And there's the Tails. Only getting 4. But next turn we have a pretty good hand. We can use a Team Flare Grunt. We can Super Scoop if he does try to attack our Houndoom. Maybe go second will be the optimal play, because next turn we can discard the energy. But they receive a Fire Energy, going to Pumpkaboo. We see a Battle Compressor. We're probably going to discard some Night Marchers. But with this Fire Energy, he can't attack us this turn. Night March needs Colorless Energies, obviously. And we see 2 Pumpkaboos and a Lampet. We see another Battle Compressor coming down. Oh, buddy, the Battle Compressor party is starting for sure. But with the Battle Compressors, he's thinning his deck out more for us, which is great. It's going to depend how many does he want to go. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120. So far, we see double unknown. Is he going to use the Farewell Letters? And he's playing Tiernos. Okay, that's different. We see a Combi coming down, a Farewell Letter. I imagine the Fire Energies is because he plays Flareon. Because I see the Vespiquen. So we see a Farewell Letter once, Farewell Letter twice. Alright, so my opponent has 34 cards left in his deck, but we have the Team Flare Grunt. We can discard the Fire Energy. We see an Acrobike. My opponent's just going to keep milling his deck for us. We see him discard a Joltik. Another Combi comes down. An Eevee comes down. And just a pass, of course. Alrighty, so our turn. We top deck a Trick Shuffle. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's doing 140 right now. We'll still play the Team Flare Grunt, discard the Fire Energy. Press done. Maybe he doesn't play, what is it? The Psychic Stadium. I can't remember what it's called right now. Oh, Dimension Valley. Of course, we'll discard their top card of their deck. Discard that Lysander. I don't know how great of that play that is, but we will Melting Horn. Hopefully we can discard some stuff off the top of their deck. We see a Lightning and a Sycamore, so we see that he's playing Lightnings, Fires, and DCs, and it's going to be interesting to see if he plays Dimension Valley and or Force of Giants Plant. We see an Acrobat discarding another Lightning Energy, so he's down 2 Lightning Energy. We see a DC go down to the bench, Vessel Queen. We see a Jolteon coming down, which is very interesting. You would think, I mean, maybe he doesn't play Vaporeon, which a lot of decks don't play Vaporeon. We see a Verseeker. This will probably just grab a Sycamore, discarding his hand to draw 7 cards. So my opponent has gone through a lot of his deck already, and he discards another DC, which is great for us, because now if we could discard the DC off the bench, he's left with 2 DCs left in the deck. He does have that Fire Energy, but he did evolve into Jolteon and not into Flareon. We see he has 19 cards left in his deck. What does Kitty Zero have for us? I mean, right now he's just kind of helping us win our own game. They've seen Ultra Ball discard double Joltix. Right now, this Vessel Queen could do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It does 140, and then this will do 150. He gets a Muscle Band Vessel Queen and a switch. That is a knockout. But can he get all that is the big question. It doesn't seem like he does. So our turn, we will draw a Trick Shuffle, and of course we will play it. Discard the top card of their deck. Discard that Lightning Energy. Okay, and we'll just Sycamore. Just looking for Enhanced Hammer or a Crushing Hammer. Oh, nice. So we get a Heart Charm. So that means he needs more Pokemon in the discard pile. We will Enhanced Hammer. Discard that DCE, of course. We will Heart Charm the active. Oh, we already Heart Charm the active. What am I thinking? Team Aquas Secret Base? Not sure how great of a card that is, but we have Melting Horn, discard the top 2 cards of their deck. We see a Muscle Band and a Vessel Queen. Ooh, but well, that's kind of bad that we discard the Vessel Queen. I'm trying to think. He just needs 1 more Pokemon in the discard pile. We see a Fire Energy go down to the active, which we can just Verseeker Team Flareon off. Yeah, we can just Verseeker Team Flareon that off. I'm kind of confused why he played that. Okay, we see a Verseeker, and let's see, he could probably grab a Lysander. Nope, just a Gyarados, gonna draw 3 cards. So he's gonna be down to 7. 7 cards left for my opponent. I mean, I still don't know how he's gonna win this game. We see a Vespa Queen coming down. And just a pass, of course. Alrighty, so our turn. We get a Crushing Hammer, let's see if we flip heads on it. Heads, we can discard that Fire Energy. Okay, we can Heart Charm a Houndoom, Verseeker, and I'm just going to play a Birch. I don't want to discard the other Team Aqua Secret Base, because what we can do is maybe Headringer the Shaman and Lysander up, making it where he can't retreat it, unless he commits a DCE. Okay, cool. We have a really good hand for next time. We can Headringer this guy, and we'll attach a Fire Energy to Houndoom, the one with the Heart Charm, of course, and we'll Melting Horn, discard the top 2 cards of their deck. And we discard a Joltik and a Verseeker. Alright, it's going to come down to some crucial turns. Does he get... there's an AZ going to pick up the Pumpkaboo. Does he get the DCE for the turn? There's the DCE. But we got 2 Crushing Hammers, so we can discard 1 DCE, and then maybe we can discard the other one. You know, he's going to need cards to put back into his deck, so he's going to need a Birch, or he's just going to lose regardless. There we see a Be Revenge, do it 150. Did I do the math wrong? Hold on. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 150, 70. Oh yeah, he doesn't have a Muscle Band, that's what it is. Okay, we'll Crushing Hammer, Tails, Crushing Hammer, Tails, oh man. Let's see. We'll just, we'll Shaman for 3. Yeah. We get a Super Scoop up. We could pick up the Houndoom and make it where he can't knock it out, but nope. We get another Tails. Oh, look, just not on our side. I guess I'll play a Birch and maybe continue the Tails flipping. Yep, there's... Oh, Tails. Okay, Crushing Hammer, it's up to you, buddy. Give us heads. There we go. Alright, we finally flip heads. And we, of course, just Melting Horn. He's going to be down to 1 prize card, or 1 card left in his deck. have one card left in his deck, and what can he really do now? We've seen the Vestal Queen come down. He needs a Birch and to flip Tails, and or a Shauna. Either one of those would be good for him. We see a Sycamore, and he looks like he's giving up the game. He has Sycamore discard in his hand. Oh, buddy. Did he just prize like a bunch of DCEs? 1, 2... Yeah, it looks like he prized a bunch of DCs, and we will end our turn. And we decked my opponent down. It seems like he prized 2 DCs. He only played 2 overall, so maybe he prized it. But there we go. We get a mystery prize as well. And let's see, what do we get out of this mystery prize? Okay, press done. Let's see. What do we get from this? And just 50 tokens. Alright, since that game was kind of uneventful, we'll play another game. But usually against Night March and Vestal Queen, that should happen because they have the Battle Compressor. Their whole deck away, they only play 4 DCEs, and you can just Enhanced Hammer, Crush Hammer those away. And what they'll have to do afterwards is Hex Maniac Fire Energies onto their Vestal Queen. But if they're doing that, you can Light Center up their Flareon and kind of get it stuck in the active spot, because Flareon needs 3 energies to even attack. So that's an option you could do as well. And that's why I think no matter what, Vestal Queen and or Flareon is Vestal Queen and our Night March is a great matchup. Even in Night March, they have to discard so many Pokemon, especially with the Hard Charm. You have up to 190, so they have to discard 10 Pokemon. Because that's 200... No, they have to discard 11 Pokemon. Yeah, they discard 11 Pokemon or 10 with a Muscle Band to actually knock you out. And after that, their deck's going to be pretty thin. So that's why it's usually a good matchup. Same concept. Once they run out of 4 DCs, you're usually going to win. They can't even blacksmith those fire energies back onto Pumpkaboos and Joltix because they're not a stage 1 Pokemon, so that's why their matchup is really good. But hopefully in the next game we'll see a different matchup and not against a Pumpkaboo and or Night March. But that's pretty much everything online right now in Standard. But we'll see what happens in the next game. Alright, playing against Mechs Mechs, playing a Lightning, Steel, Psychic. I don't know, it's different, so many different things. We won the coin flip, and even though I said last time we want to go second, I think going first is always the optimal play, so that we can put down Headringers turn 1 onto EX Pokemon. We get a double. Oh man, this turn 1 is amazing. Double Trick Shovel, Hard Charm, and a Fire Energy. Alright, so we both get 6 prize cards, and we see double Manectric. Okay, so a Hard Charm. And this is going to be an interesting matchup for sure, because Mega Manectric can Turbo Bolt the energies back onto the Pokemon. We'll discard the Hoopa. No searching for Pokemon for you. Discard their deck again. Discarding an Energy Switch. Oh, buddy, that's ugly. We don't need those. You don't need those cards. I'm trying to consider, do we play Shaman or not? Yeah, we'll play Shaman. I want to draw into more Headringers on the first turn. But nothing like that. Ugh, man. What is in our turn? I don't want to discard the Crushing Hammer, but I kind of want to get Headringers. It's definitely a weird situation that we're in right now. And they see an Acrobike, so it looks like our opponent's going to play some cards to draw through the deck, but they kind of have to. We see a switch get in discarded, which is great for us because we can also Life Center something up to be stuck in the active spot. We see another Acrobike coming down, discarding a Verse Seeker. And does he get an energy for the turn? Does he get a tool? Most noticeably, does he get a tool? If he gets a tool down, then that's bad for us because we can't Headringer. And they receive an energy go down to active Manectric. And they receive an Overrun doing 20 and 20. Oh, it's got the Headringer. I was like, why didn't it do damage? I forgot we had the Heart Charm. I was like, what's going on? Alright, Tails. Ugh. I'm actually just going to Team Flare Gun. Discard this Lightning Energy, just guaranteed the discard. And let's Headringer the bench Shaman, so that way the Overrun can eventually, it won't knock us out. While Melting Horn, discard the top 2 cards of their deck, getting them down to 38. They receive a Muscle Band and a Sycamore, which is good for us. He doesn't need any supporter cards. Well, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really sure if he needs the supporter cards or not. Now, we still have yet to see a Spirit Link. And that's going to be the big deciding factor. If it is a Mega Manectric deck, then like I said, he can Turbo, go between different Mega Manectrics. We see a DC go down to the active, and we have the Enhanced Hammer. And there we see an Overrun. It's going to do 0 damage overall because of the double Hard Charms. We got an Enhanced Hammer, discard the DCE. And I think my opponent's just playing like really conservative right now because he doesn't want to discard his hand. We'll play a Sycamore. We are looking for some Headringers. And those are not Headringers. We will just Melting Horn, discard the top 2 cards of their deck. discarding a, I don't know what that was. A Trainer's Mill and a Sycamore. Okay, so on to my opponent's turn. Does he get a Headringer? And we just see a pass. Alright, maybe... Okay, we got a Headringer to the active, which is great for us. And that makes it where he can't put an energy down or anything. Yeah, we'll just keep Melting Horn. Seems great. I don't know what my opponent is waiting for. Oh, he does play Mega Turbos, which so he does play Mega Manectric. Oh, buddy. And he plays Lugia as well. Okay. That's good to know. We see a Trainer's Mill, so maybe our opponent's just been dead drawing. Maybe he just doesn't have anything. We did have some lucky cards, like discarding the Double Sycamore. We discarded the Verse Seeker. We discarded the Trainer's Mill. I'm not even sure what he grabbed with the Trainer's Mill. Can we check in here? I can't tell. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Alright, so since we know he does play the Mega Turbo, what he could do is link somebody in Mega Evolve, Energy, and Mega Turbo. That'd be a crazy turn. We see a link going out to the bench, Manectric EX. We see the Mega come down. And just a pass. Alrighty. So we get another Headringer. We could put it on this Manectric EX. Put down a Team Aquas Secret Base, making it where he can't retreat this Mega Manectric next turn. I'm not even sure. Did he put an energy down? He did not put an energy down. Alright. We will just Melting Horn once again, getting him down to 28 cards. And we see him discard another Sycamore. That's our third Sycamore we discarded out of his deck. Wow, that is pretty great for us. And we discarded a Shaman, so he can't even use setup. And now we just gotta like run through my Pokemon, making my opponent, making it where he can't set up anything. We just see another pass. We get a Lysander, but I'm fine with just keeping our hand. Melting Horn. Going to discard the top two cards of his deck again. There we see double lightning energies. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. So we've discarded 3 lightning energies so far. Is luck just on our side? Maybe. Maybe it is. Maybe. I just noticed that both these coins are on the tail side. Alright, so we see another pass from my opponent. We will Melting Horn once again, just discard the top 2 cards of his deck. He has 22 left. We see a Lightning and a Mega Manectric getting discarded, and that means he can't Mega Evolve this Mega Manectric to give it free retreat. Well, it had a 1 retreat cost because of the Team Aquas Secret Base. Okay, and there we see the first Mega Turbo coming down onto the Mega Manectric. And let's see, there's a DC going on to the active. What will he do? Parallel City. I'm not sure what side we're on. It doesn't. It'd be cool if it like shrunk our board. All right, we see a Sycamore from our opponents. Looks like he is being aggro this turn. We see a Trainer's Mill. Maybe this is. Oh, we see another Mega Turbo. So now what he could do is actually retreat. All right, he can retreat this Mega Manectric, send up another Mega Manectric, and start attacking. Oh, buddy, the party just started. Gonna see. This is a Headringer on this guy, right? Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, alright. So we see Turbo 110 to our poor little Houndoom. And what can we do this turn? We have plenty of options. Just going to decide what do I want to do. So our turn, we get a Trick Shovel. Of course, we'll just automatically play that. Their deck, discard the top card of their deck. Discarding the Ultra Ball. I'm not sure how great of a discard that is. And what I'm going to do is well, we have 90. Yeah, we're just going to Super Scoop up Tails. Bunnelby. I guess we're going to put down Bunnelbys, and maybe we can use some Rototillers. Fire Energy. How many Crushing Embers have I played? Just 1. Alright, so I'm just going to Sycamore here. And the reason why I want to get... I don't know. I don't know what I want to do, actually. Well, we get another Super Scoop. I want to play that for sure. And we see it like we're on the 3 inside. We'll pick up the Houndoom. Send the Bunnelby. Put down the Houndoom once again. We will just Hard Charm it. And I guess we'll use Burrow. Discard top card of the deck. They'll go down to 11. Discard top card of the deck. They'll go down to 10. And the party is starting. There's an Acrobike, but he can just one-shot his next turn. But what we can do now is put down double Houndooms. And maybe we'll be okay. We see another Ultra Ball. Looks like he's going to thin his deck out 1 more card. We see double Lightning Energy getting discarded. Maybe he wants to put some more Lightning Energies in play. Okay. Will we see a Mega... I doubt he'll get a Mega Manectric this turn. Because if he does that, he'll have to end his turn. There we see a Lugia coming down. Not really worried about that. It's never going to do that much damage. My opponent has 8 cards left in his deck. I think we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine to win this game. I can't see my opponent making a win, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did. We see a Lightning's going to bitch Lugia. Okay. We have a decision next turn, and it's going to be... I think I'm going to license up this bench Mechs EX. And put down the, oh no. We see a Lysander, bring it up to Houndoom. And I'm fine with that. He's just going to do 90 damage to us. And we have the Fire Energy. It depends where these 2 Lightnings go. They go into the bench Lugia. Okay. So, our turn. We will Crushing Hammer. Heads will discard the Lightning Energy off the active. We'll Verse Seeker. For a Lysander. I know we don't have any more supporter cards in our hand, but this is going to be okay. We'll Lysander up this Mechs EX with the Headringer. Headringer this Lugia. But he already has the... Well, he needs... 3 energies, that's fine. We'll Team Aquas Secret Base. We'll put down the Fire Energy. Our Pokemon did jump over. Alright, Houndoom. Harcharm. And we will Melting Horn, discarding the top 2 cards of his deck. He will go down to 6 cards. There we see a Turbo, a Mega Turbo, and what was the other card? An Enhanced Hammer. Okay, it's not that big of a deal. My opponent has 5 cards left in his deck. Can he win? He can knock out the Houndoom right now. If he gets 20, 40, 60, 80, so that's 6. That's not a knockout. There we see a Parallel City. We have to discard a Pokemon. I'm just going to discard the Shaman. That's an easy 2 prizes for my opponent to take. And does he have the Lightning Energy to treat this Mechs EX? And he doesn't. Oh, man. I don't know if I would have discarded that Parallel City. Well, Melting Horn, discard top 2 cards of their deck. Discarding another DCE. Yes, there we go. So now he can't retreat that Mechs. Or it's another energy he can't retreat. And he has 2 cards left in his deck. What can he do? Oh, buddy. Oh, man. What can he do? I don't think there's any way he can win. Yeah, I just don't see it. I mean, he's past my opponents. So we'll let Houndoom take the game once again. Melting Horn discarded the top 2 cards of their deck. And even though, in another energy switch, and even though this deck seems like an auto loss, he plays Mega Turbos, Mega Mechs, everything like that. We just got a really, really lucky start. We discarded... like his Sycamores, I think that's what it was. I think we just kept like getting lucky discards, making it where he didn't have any supporter cards to play for the turn, and that's why we won. And there we go. We see the Houndoom EX deck. We really didn't even use the Bunnelby at all, but it is there just in case they do take, like if they take 4 prize cards with Houndoom, you can maybe pick up the Shaman and make it where they knock out 2 Bunnelbys. Bunnelby's just kind of there just in case. You run out of Houndooms, if they're one-shotting your Houndooms, you can give up the Houndoom route and just start talking about Bunnelby like I said before. But hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. We saw us beat the Vessel Queen deck, and we saw us beat the Mega Mechs deck, and they're both pretty easy. Mega Mechs could go either way. Depends what your opponent gets. Do they get down the Spirit Links early? Do they get down the Supporters? We saw an opponent didn't have a supporter, and if that was different in the early game, maybe he would have won, especially with those Mega Turbos and energy switches. That's pretty crazy, but we took it down regardless, and neither one of our opponents took a prize card, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. But hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Have a great Friday. Alrighty, bye.